we've had a couple of instances where, for example, after the Saturday game, Bojan mentioned that he was unhappy with the situation, which is his right. But a lot of the fans would like to know what your take on this is.
Look, as far as Bojan's concerned, I understand his frustrations, because every player, a footballer that's not playing regularly will have frustrations. I have a very good relationship with Bojan. I speak to him regularly. I told him that he's a big part of what we want to do here. Trouble was, when I came in, there were probably 3, 4, maybe 5 who were so deconditioned because they hadn't trained with the first team. So to get those up to speed takes a little bit of time. I've asked for patience from those, and if certain questions are asked to certain players and they answer them honestly, well, it creates minor stories. But that's nothing new, and there's no problem between myself and Bojan. Bojan's working hard. He's very much part of my plans, and one that I'm looking forward to working with.
Thank you for clearing that up. I don't suppose you could say much about the side of Bergino incident because it's ongoing.
Yeah, look, apart from the incident, it is ongoing, and things. So no, look, it's I think there's obviously certain things which have to take place. One internally, one externally. So we'll await the outcome of those.
And finally, before we get on to tomorrow's game, another story surfaced about a terrible situation in the dressing room. How do you find the dressing room?
Look, I think I really would like to focus on the work that we do, the positivity and so on. I mean, there's obviously have been certain issues, not major ones, minor ones around certain parts of the first team. Hence, they're not getting the results that they probably deserve, or the squad you'd think deserve. But there's no fundamental problems there. And what I urge people is to say, look, unless there's real substance to certain things, then let's not be vocal about these things, because all it does is detract from the work that I'm trying to do, and it just adds not problems, but just takes away the energy that myself and my staff and the players need to put in getting results, and puts into a different avenue, which doesn't help us or the football club. Now look, I think the quote has been sort of putting out fires or something. I've only just found that out because I'm not a social media lover. Every manager to a certain extent, and I add that at my old club, and certain managers have to put out a relative fire in terms of minor issues around 20 to 27 testosterone filled professional footballers with egos. That happens all throughout, but that's a normal managing job. Now they're slightly more vocal now because obviously the position the club's in and the results and what's gone on in the past, but those days are gone. Anything that's happened in the past has happened in the past. Now we've totally focused on getting results for Stoke and to finishing in as high a position as we can.
So thank you for your honesty. On to tomorrow then, another week of training, a point when we hope to get 3 last weekend. How have they reacted in training this week?
Very well, it's been a positive week in terms of lots of things. And to be honest, we think the last 3 games we probably should have had 7 points, and we've only got 2. We lapsed concentration against a very good West Brom side, and it cost us. And that was 1 lapse of concentration in 90 minutes, but that's the Championship. And then, without being disrespectful to anyone, there's 2 games we should have won there. Should have seen the game out against Ipswich, and we had enough chances to have won the game against Wigan under very little threat. So, look, it's a disappointing week in terms of the points haul, but lots of positives to take. Now we have to make sure we've got 2 home games, and we have to maximise the potential in those.
It is a big game for all sorts of reasons tomorrow, but Aston Villa themselves have not done as well as they wanted, so it's a massive game for both clubs. But have you thought about changing anything up front to try and break the fact we aren't scoring too many goals?
Look, we think about those things all the time, and there's a balance about, because we were scoring goals but losing games, and now we're in a bit of a thing. We are, we don't often not score or not get real clear-cut opportunities to score, and it's just a little bit of confidence, a little bit of technique, decision making, and we'll see it. We'll see a change in fortune, a change in results, a change in confidence levels, and so on. But they're working hard. They're a good group like that. We lack certain things in the change room, which we know, which I think has been evident over probably a season and a half. But if I'm honest, they're a good group. They want to work hard. They need guidance at times, but that's what the manager's here for. And if we're talking about fires and putting fires out, well, that's the little thing we have to do. We have to make sure that we give them confidence, we keep them on the straight and narrow, and with minor things, and that's what a manager job does, is guidance, and basically that's what I get paid for.
And tomorrow there's obviously a lot of tributes going to be paid to Gordon Banks, who sadly died. How does that affect your preparation? Does it affect it with what happens pre-match, or does everything just tick along as normal for yourself?
No, look, I mean, to be fair, it's sad really that certain events have overshadowed what should be. Yeah, it's a sad passing, but it's a celebration of a wonderful career and a wonderful human being, and a real sort of son, if you like, of Stoke, you know, in terms of lots of ways, metaphorically. So it's sad that certain events have taken over that, but the club have been excellent. You know, there will be tributes laid in place, and let's hope it's a celebration really, rather than a wake or a mourning for someone. It's just a celebration of what Gordon brought, 1 to football, 2 to English football, 3 to Stoke, and to the people. So look, the club are a wonderful club in terms of arranging things like that. They've had to do it before on a grand scale, and tomorrow will be no different. And let's hope it can be a celebration all around for 1 for Gordon, but 2 for Stoke City.
And finally, from me, any injury news?
No, we're in good thing really. We've managed to keep everyone as strong as possible. We've had a few little niggles this week, but we've managed to control that, and I've got a decent squad to choose from.
Very early days for you, only 8 games in. What's the best thing about being a Stoke City manager so far?
Lots really. I mean, it's a wonderful club, great people. I know they've got good people to work for and work with, and I've really enjoyed that. It's a big challenge. I knew that when I came here, and that's what life's about. That's what, you know, if I wanted a comfort zone, then I would have gone elsewhere, or stayed put. But no, look, big challenge, but a wonderful challenge. Wonderful people here, and I enjoy the challenge because I know that there's a lot of support, a lot of people behind. I've received some wonderful letters from fans in terms of what we're trying to do and what we're trying to achieve, and so on. So there's loads and loads of positives. As I said, it's challenging at the minute, and results have meant that, because we think we should have probably got a little bit more, which, you know, would have put a slightly better picture or taint on it. But look, we're excited by the challenge we have ahead, and we're fully committed to it.
Has it changed you already? Has it made you a better manager with taking on what you've taken on with this club?
100%. You know, I've until you go into management, you have no idea what it entails. Absolutely no idea. You can do pro licenses, A licenses, all the things you can do, diploma in management. It does not prepare you for management. And I found that out quickly when I was caretaker of Brighton, but then when I took over at Luton. Similar position to what Stoke are in now, probably big squad, slightly underachieving for where they believe they should be. And I had to change certain parts of an environment. Did that, and that's pretty much where we are now. So if I hadn't already done it, it'd be slightly more daunting than it is. But look, we're excited by the challenge. We know it's a big challenge, but there's great people here. It's a real good football club, a real good football club. What we ask is that everyone buys in, fans included. We know that the key people at the club bought in, because otherwise they wouldn't have brought me to the club. So let's see if everyone can get behind us, and that's what we're talking about. Certain things in the press. Yeah, there are 1 or 2 things we can change here, but we're doing that, and we're well down the line in doing that.
How much have you got in common with Dean Smith at Aston Villa, do you think?
I think I'm better looking than him.
In terms of your
okay. I think similar ones, you know, used to certain things and to developing. He developed a wonderful environment at Walsall and done very well, and then created the same thing at Brentford. Then he goes into a massive club where the dynamic's slightly different. Yeah, a lot of similarities between myself and Dean. Believe in the same way, came up through the same sort of career path, if you like. Had to work so hard for every little inch that we got, but that's the challenge, and that's why we enjoy it, and we're very committed. And I was actually sat with him at the West Brom Forest game the other day, and it's good to see him, because I said he's a good guy, good honest guy, been successful, you know, relatively successful where he's been, and it's good to see him get the opportunity.
How much would it mean to you and the club to win tomorrow afternoon, bearing in mind the tributes are going to be paid to Gordon Banks?
For lots of reasons, you know, and without being too disrespectful, I want to win the game for myself and Stoke City and our players, but it adds extra spice, extra importance really, because we want we want to have a fitting tribute for a legend of the game, and I can't use any more superlatives for Gordon, because they've been used, and they've been used by far better people than me. So no, look, we're excited by the game, but no, a championship game against Aston Villa at home in the relative sunshine, what a wonderful occasion, and that's what we have to look forward to, because it's two wonderful clubs, great history, and two big clubs going head to head. So it should be an interesting afternoon.
One final question from me. You've touched on Saido Berahino already. There have been reports this week that the club are looking at possible constructive dismissal of cancelling his contract. Just wondered if you've got anything to add on those reports.
Look, I wouldn't add anything to those. There's a procedure in place for things like this, which I'm fully behind, because as I've reiterated, we want good human beings here. We want good, not just good footballers and talented individuals. We want good people to represent Stoke City and the people of Stoke and so on. Anyone breaches those disciplines, then look, we will do everything we can to make sure that the punishment fits whatever has happened. But there's lots ongoing at the minute, so we can't comment too much. But as I said, we're trying to create an environment here that's disciplined, that's constructive for people, producing good human beings, but also excellence in terms of elite performance. So by doing that, a discipline is paramount, and we won't compromise on that.